Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Georgia. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be going over it's a nursing content, nurse related video. So basically, if you are a psych nurse or if you're interested in psych, this video will be helpful for you. So let's get started with the video. You need to know you're beautiful, you're perfect just like you are. So what I'm gonna go over today is some common words that I have encountered while I've been working as a psych nurse. I'm a new grad psych nurse. I've been working with I've been a registered nurse for maybe 5 months now. So I'm gonna just go over just the admission. Then maybe a next day I'll just go over some other things that I've encountered that I think that it's gonna be helpful for you guys. So I'm gonna just go over the voluntary and involuntary admissions. So for the voluntary admission, I only encountered one voluntary admission, which is FVA, and then you have for involuntary admission, which is PEC. You have OPC. Then you have the JC patients, and you also have non-contested. So I'm just going to go over those, and I'm going to just tell you briefly what they are. So the first one that I'm gonna go over is the non-voluntary, because it have four non-voluntary. With the non-voluntary admissions, you have so those patients, they they are admitted to the hospital unwillingly. They didn't consent to admission, but because of their mental status, or because they are a danger to themselves or a danger to others, they are held in the mental institution for how long it is. But those patients, while they are in there for involuntary admission, they get a doctor. Like the doctor will see them first. So you get like an emergency doctor's order, and then after that, the doctor, you have to have two doctors, or you have to have a psychiatric doctor that evaluate them within 72 hours. So the first one is the OPC. So this one is order of protection custody. So the OPC, this is order of protection custody. This one is where you have I'm going to use a scenario. So you have an uncle, or you have an uncle, and or you have a child. All right, let's use the uncle. So you have an uncle that he smokes, he snorts cocaine, and he's just not in his right mind. Or for instance, he has schizophrenia. Okay, so we're gonna use that one. We're gonna use the uncle with schizophrenia. So we have an uncle that has schizophrenia, and he is a danger to himself because he's hearing things. Because one of the signs and symptoms of schizophrenia is being paranoid and also having hallucination. So, and then the worst type of hallucination that a schizophrenia can have is the command hallucination. So once those patients are having command hallucination, they are a danger to themselves and danger to others. So if a family member see them having command hallucination, and they are the command hallucination is telling them to harm themselves, they can actually put them in the hospital, and they can be in a psych facility, and we monitor them. We do VCs on them if they have command hallucination, which is visual contact. So you have to be around that person. You have to have close eye on that person, or they'll put them on one-on-one contact. But most of the times if a patient have command hallucination, they normally put them on one-on-one observation because they don't want to be out of sight. Like they don't want a patient to, because patients are very skilled. They'll try to like manipulate you. They're good for that. So they'll try to manipulate you and stuff. But that is one. The OPC, which is Order of Protection Protective Custody. So OPC, Order of Protective Custody, and then you have the other one, which is the PEC. So the PEC, it stands for Physician Emergency Certificate. So with that, you have your uncle, which he has schizophrenia, and he is a danger to himself. As I said, he has a danger to himself, and he doesn't want to listen to anyone. He's hearing command hallucination. He's trying to hurt other people. Um, just just like that, and the doctor would write an order for that he need to go in a psych facility or a psych hospital. He need one-on-one care, stuff like that. And then within 72 hours, the doctor have to reevaluate them, because if the doctor do not reevaluate them in 72 hours, they the facility can be charged because they're holding the person against their will. So within 72 hours, the doctor have to reevaluate them to say if they are going to stay or if they are going to go home. Then you have the non-contested order, or the non-contested involuntary admission. This is where you have your schizophrenia patient, your schizophrenia uncle. He is unaware of what's going on. The disease process is so bad, he hasn't been taking his medication, so he doesn't know what's going on. He's just scared out of his mind, so he cannot object to what's going on. Like, he doesn't verbally object what is going on. He know that there is a problem, but he cannot express himself. He cannot say like, oh, he doesn't want to be in there or he wants to be in there. He doesn't know how to make up his mind, basically. So they put him on a non-contested order because the person is not in their right mind. But at the same time, they're not in their right mind. They cannot really make a decision for themselves. So they're non-contested. And also with the non-contested, you have to reevaluate them within 72 hours. And then you have the third one, which is with the JC. I told you guys the other day I worked on a JC unit. I didn't really like it. That is the long term. That is a long term side of psych. So you have the children section. I work on the children section maybe like 2 times. Yeah, I work on the children section like 2 times. The children section in psych, it have children from as young as age 5, and it goes up to age 18. Once you're 18, they put you over to the adult section. Then you have the adult section where you have a JC only female, JC only male, and then you have the acute section, where that's where I work, where you have those patients that comes in and then they stay there for 7 days and then leave. You get a different set of patients, and that's it. So let's not get off topic. So the one that I'm talking about right here is the JC, which is a judicial commitment. So this one is a long term, and they cannot exceed 180 days. So after 180 days, the doctor have to reevaluate them. If they do not reevaluate them within the 180 days, they if the facility keep them, they can be charged because it's against a person's will and they do not have proper documents stating that the patient can be there. So within 180 days, the patient have to go. They have courts where they meet with a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist can say, okay, this person is sane and the person can go home, the person is not danger to themselves or to others, so they can go home. But if that 180 days come and they do have court and the psychiatrists evaluate them and they have not improved, or maybe they have improved but not to the level that we want them to improve, are they're still a danger to themselves or others, they keep them in the facility, then you have a next 180 days to stay. So a lot of people can stay there like forever. And then normally when those patients are released, they go into like a group home setting. Yeah. So those ones are the involuntary admissions. So now I'm just gonna go over the voluntary admission. The one voluntary admission that I've come in contact with, it's the FVA, which is formal voluntary admissions. And that one is basically your dad or your uncle that we're using. Your uncle have schizophrenia. He is aware that he has schizophrenia. He has been taking his medications, but he is still having the command hallucination, and it's telling him to hurt other people. And he goes into the hospital by himself and gets help, signed an FVA saying that he think that he's going to hurt someone, and he think that he's not in the best mind frame. So they signed that FVA. So FVA is the patient giving you permission to keep them safe, basically. So that's what that is. So that is all the non-voluntary and voluntary admissions that I have for you guys. I'm gonna start doing like little things where things that maybe it wasn't really emphasized in nursing school, and I see, because like these right here, the non-voluntary admissions and voluntary admission, maybe I only heard of one, which is the PEC when I was in nursing school. The other ones I really didn't hear much about them. So once you start working, it's like you get to know them, and then I can share my knowledge with you guys. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys go ahead, like the video, share the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'll appreciate that greatly. I have a question for you guys. What do you guys think about me writing a book? Like, I think I want to write a book, but I'm not really sure. So tell me if you guys would like that, because I think that would be fun. But yeah, if you guys have anything, any questions, leave them down below, and I'm gonna be happy to answer them. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.